The negotiations for the safe house began. A news team reported that the price had been discussed with higher-ups. They asked if they could negotiate now. Qin Feng agreed and asked how much. 1,500 years of lifespan. He said it was too low. And you argued that she knew 1,500 was too low, so she had fought hard and raised it to 2,000. He accepted and told them to trade at the statue in the center of the ruins. He thought to himself that Wu was a cunning fox, trying to lowball him. A 2,000-year transaction. Pocket change for the man who could absorb lifespan from the dead. At the statue, Yu arrived with a military escort. She apologized, explaining that she had too much lifespan on her and the higher-ups did not feel safe, so they had assigned protection. Qin Feng said no problem. He noted to himself that the authorities still did not understand his power. These people were just a few skills away from being useless. Military escorts. Cute. The trade completed. He lost the church sanctuary safehouse key and gained 2,000 years of tradable lifespan. He said he was off. One of the escorts whispered in shock that thing cost 2,000 years of lifespan. Another replied that it was a safe house that could hold hundreds or even thousands of people. No one but Shadow would give it up, so Yu waved goodbye. Now fully funded. Qin Feng extracted his remaining abilities into reality. He consumed 71.2 years of tradable lifespan to extract level 15. He consumed 161.7 years to extract graceful release at mythical tier. He consumed 71.12 years to extract assassin's intuition at legendary tier. He consumed 36.35 years to extract Dark Knight Ringblade at epic tier. He consumed 23.71 years to extract Silent Theft Invisibility at epic tier. He consumed 34.65 years to extract Darkest Hour at epic tier. He consumed 113.89 years to extract the Mount Bell, except for equipment. All skills and levels had been fully synced. His real-world strength was now nearly identical to in-game. The gap between game and reality had officially closed. The shadow was now a problem everywhere. A system notice informed him that his hunger had reached 90%. He had not eaten in a while. Time to log off and deal with that. In a hotel in the real world, Qin Feng woke up to find himself surrounded by thugs. One of them reported that the kid had woken up. The boss told the kid to hand over his lifespan or he would end up like the others in this hotel. He laughed, saying the apocalypse was great. He could kill whoever he wanted. Small-time thugs. Big-time mistakes. The kid just stood there. The thug grew impatient and asked what he was looking at. Hand it over already. Why was he just standing there? Another thug said he really wanted to chop the kid up. The boss decided the kid was frozen in fear and ordered them to just kill him. Then the room went dark. Dark Knight Ringblade. The entire hotel was sliced. The thugs fell. Qin Feng walked out, still hungry. The more power he extracted into reality, the more energy his body required. At this point, ordinary food just was not enough. Once he dealt with Qian Chichi and her Alice Guild, he would need to figure out how to get the Divine Bestowal Book, murder, then lunch, priorities. But Qian Chichi was extremely cunning, much harder to find than Song Fei ever was. Right, he still had her quest to kill Qin Feng. He could use that as bait to draw her out. Still starving, he decided to head to Magic City and grab something to eat on the way. Back in Magic City, Qian Chichi was in high spirits. She and her companions were celebrating after a wild night. Qian Chichi praised her partners, saying they were amazing. She added that after that wild night, she could sleep sweetly and jump into the game. It felt so wonderful. She could not even stand. Her partner complimented his Dear Chow's technique was out of this world. The Alice Guild's pre-founding party, Classier subordinate, reported that they had received word from Shadow. Qin Feng was dead. Shadow said he would meet her in person in the real-world Magic City. Hand over Qin Feng's head, then collect the rest of his payment. She immediately saw the risk. Meeting Shadow in real life was way too dangerous. She said no need to meet, just have him send a picture. The subordinate explained that Shadow claimed he did not use phones, afraid of being tracked by the authorities. Qian Chichi's interest sharpened, so Shadow was also an enemy of the authorities. The authorities were cracking down on them harder than ever. If they could pull Shadow into Alistaxia's pigs would not be a threat anymore. Recruiting the man who kills people for fun. Brilliant. She gave coordinates 6,722, 8,331, and told the subordinate to tell Shadow she wanted to meet him in-game first. She would set up a little performance to test him, see which side he was really on. She then contacted someone codenamed Skywalker, a man named Qihayo. She cooed that she missed him and had a task for him with lots of benefits. Qin Feng, observing from somewhere, noted that Qian Chichi really was cunning. An in-game meeting, huh? Those coordinates were Ghost Academy, not far. You would see what she had planned. At the Ghost Academy ruins, authorities confronted the Spade Gang. An officer announced that the pit authorities had already locked onto the Spade Gang. He advised them to surrender immediately, or they would use force. Qian Chichi told Skywalker to go back and tell his Daxia pigmen to listen well. They were no longer the Spade Gang, they were now the Alice Guild. Their guild specialized in hunting Daxia's weak-ass men. The officer was outraged. He called them filthy and said the Daxia authorities would bring them to justice. The foreign woman laughed, saying Daxia pigs should come at her if they dared. She hinted that if he helped her act out this scene well, she would be even bolder with him tonight, negotiating with terrorists, also flirting. The apocalypse was weird. Qin Feng recognized Skywalker, Qin Xiaoyou, a notorious traitor. He had fed intel to the Alice Guild, only exposed and killed in year 7 after the game began. Interesting. So Qin Chi and Qin Xiaoyou were already in cahoots this early. The authorities pressed forward. An officer declared that resistance was futile. Today, they would arrest them. The two of them staged this whole play just to test where Qin Feng stands. If he helped Qin Chi, it meant he became an enemy of the authorities. If he did not, then Qin Chi likely won't meet Shadow in real life. He decided his next actions. He would be showing them his sincerity. Then Shadow moved. Dark Knight Ring Blade. Damage numbers soared into the hundreds of thousands. Critical hits across the board. Player after player fell. Skywalker Rainy Late Night. Fish, not fish, I am justice. Left-handed sniper. Charging warrior. Flash. Floating water lantern. Big bow, I eat beef. Mental power. Lao. Strong Niuzi. A dozen names scrolled across the kill feed. 1 skill. 12 kills. Shadow's introduction card. The Alice Guild stared in disbelief. Then a calm voice spoke. Hello, Spade A, I'm Shadow. The test was over. Shadow had chosen his side, and it was not theirs.
Hope you enjoyed the recap. Smash that like button if you did, and subscribe for more. See you next time.